few other things that our software can do here inside of the Sites tab is you can write blogs that you can then embed onto your website. So you can go to new post right here. You can title your blog, add a cover image, the description, and then you can actually write the blog when you hit create post. And then once you've added those blogs and you've created them here, you can go back to your website. And let's say you have this website built out and you have a blog page somewhere. Let's say it's this page right here. We can click on it and then we can add that blog to this page. And what it looks like is this right here. We'll just add a section right here below this. We'll add a column, we'll add an element, and then we can go down to where it says blog posts, and it'll paste on the blogs that we wrote in the blog section with the cover image, with the little description here with the title. And when people click on it, it'll open up to a page where they can actually read that blog. And so we have our little blog widget that you can add to the websites here. And that's how you add blogs to the websites that you build with our software. If you'd rather build your websites with WordPress, maybe you've used it before and you're comfortable with the WordPress website builder, you can activate that for $15 a month here in our software and start building right inside of here in WordPress. You can build client portals inside of our software, which you'll do under the memberships tab, but you can manage those client portals from right inside of here. It's a place where your clients can log in and they can access, courses, communities, and you can have affiliate payouts paid out through there. And so you can give your clients a place to go that they can log into and have kind of a community of people and different resources. Here is the form builder. We're going to build a quick form and we're just going to click add form right here. And this is where we can create forms that we can then add to our funnels and our websites. I'm going to start from scratch. We also do have a bunch of form templates that you can choose from, but we're just going to create one from scratch. It'll look like this by default. You can name your form. Let's call it like lead form. And then you can change the fields by clicking up here, this little plus sign. Then you can add different fields to your forms. So let's say we wanted to add city on here or like state or something like that, or maybe their website. We can add these different fields and drag them on. And then we can delete them by clicking on them, clicking X. And you can change the styling of each field over here on the right, the label that it says, the placeholder text that's inside of the box, and then whether it's a required field or not. So if we wanted to require the person to fill these out, it'll have this little star next to it and we can check required, and it'll put stars next to like first name, last name, email, phone number. And then we have this, agree thing right here. So our leads opt in and agree to receive text messages from us when they check this box. We can click on our button and change what the button says. So we could say like submit instead of button. And then we can change all the styling of the form over here on the right. If we click these little bubbles right here, we can see all the styling, the color, the background color of the form. Maybe we want to change it to like red or something crazy like that. You can change the forms and make them look however you want. And there's tons of different styling options for the different sections on the form. Themes, you can select from our templates here and you can change the theme of your form. Let's say you wanted like this one right here. We can use this light theme and it kind of changes the roundness of the form fields and all that kind of stuff. And so you can choose from these different options here for forms. And then right here, we have some different options, a thank you message after the form has been completed, and you can change a few things right here. So that's how you build the forms out. We can also add custom fields. So let's say you wanted to have a form that asks a specific question that you can't find over here on the left in our quick add fields. You can create a custom field. So let's say we wanted to add one, we can go down to add custom field. Let's say it's a single line of text. Let's say we're in auto shop and we need to ask on this form, what make and model is their car? You could say, what is the make and model of your vehicle? Question mark, and then we'll just add this as general contact information. We'll just do general info because that's general info about this person. If it was contact info, that'd be more like their name, their email, their phone number, but it's general info about them and their vehicle. And then down here, we have a field placeholder. We can just leave this blank for now because we can edit it out here on the form. We're gonna save this field. So now we have a field that we can add to our form. It'll pop up right here over on the left after you've created it. Now we can drag this onto our form. So now we have this new field right here and we can add in a placeholder just like these ones have. So we can just copy this one right here. We'll paste that into there. What is the make and model of your vehicle? And somebody can now type in the make and model of their vehicle, and that's a field we can now capture from our leads when they submit this form. Some other options for custom fields are going to be multi-line, so it gives them a bigger box, text box. They can type in different things in multiple different boxes. Numbers, they type in a number, phone, a money amount that they want to plug into this form. A drop down gives them one option, multiple drop downs, so it'll give them multiple options of things to choose from. Radio select will give them multiple different bubbles they can click on and choose from. A checkbox will give them different checkboxes that they can check multiple different things. A date picker, so it'll give them the option to pick from different dates. File uploads, so they can actually upload a photo or a file to the form when they submit it. And then a signature, and so we can actually have a signature thing where people can e-sign the form before they submit it. So a lot of cool different custom fields you can add onto your forms. Once you're done editing, just always make sure to save the edits that you've made on your form and then go back out. Next up, we have surveys, which are very similar to forms, and we can create these surveys right here by clicking Add Survey. This takes us into our survey builder, and surveys are built by asking one question at a time. So we can add these different slides, and it'll slide between, I'll show you real quick. We'll just add a couple fields. We'll do like full name, and then on the next slide, we'll ask for their email. And then on the next slide, we'll ask for their phone number. And we could have this as our survey. Maybe we have some more questions that we add to it, obviously. But then we can edit the styling of it, you know, the buttons, colors, and different things like that. But just to show you kind of what this survey looks like, I'm going to save it really quick, and then I'll preview it. And so it goes one slide at a time. So instead of a form having all the fields where the person can see everything they're filling out, it'll go one at a time. So we can put in our first name here, we can put in our email, our phone number, and then we can submit it. So it just kind of slides through one at a time. These look really good on funnels and on websites, and it just makes it less large. If you have a ton of questions and you did a form, the form would be really long. But if you do it as a survey, it'll be smaller, more compact on the page, on the website, and the funnel. You can embed these on the funnel just like we embedded our other forms and our calendar and things like that. You can add a survey element to your website or your funnel, and you can have something like this to capture leads on your funnel and website. We also have our chat widget here. A chat widget is a little bubble that pops up at the bottom right of your website or your funnel. We likely already set this up for you and built you your website and included this on there. But if you wanted to build a new website in our software or a funnel, you wanted to add this little chat widget bubble, you can edit the chat widget here. And so you can have chat type. It can be SMS or email chat or a live chat. If you have more employees that are working 24/7, a live chat is really great because you can just help people right away. But if not, if you do the email or SMS chat, it'll email or text the person after they send this message in on your chat widget, and the conversation will be had through email or text message from then on out and not inside of the chat widget window. The widget window, you can change like the messaging that it says inside, really customize the color, the image. We would do back in the chat widget here, we can change the image. So instead of this girl here, we could change it to something else. And then the acknowledgement settings after they have submitted the chat widget message. And once you've edited your chat widget the way that you like it, you can click Get Code right here. So we're going to copy the code, and I'll show you how you can embed this onto your website. We're going to jump back over to websites now that we've copied this code. We're going to go to Travel Consultants, this website we were building earlier. We're going to go to Settings, and then we can go to the body tracking code of our website. We can paste the code in from our chat widget and then click Save. And now if we preview our website, we're going to jump back over to Pages. We're going to preview this home page here. The chat widget will be found on every single page of our website, just like so. So it'll pop up just like this at the bottom right, and now people can message in. It's just another great way to capture leads through your websites and funnels, adding these little chat widgets here for people to ask quick questions about your business. Next to our chat widget, we have our media box where you can add photos, videos, just different media for your business and kind of keep it all organized and consolidated inside of our software. This doesn't have a storage limit, so you can add tons of videos, tons of photos into here, and you won't run out of space. And then lastly, we have our URL redirects where you can type in a specific URL and have it redirect to a different URL. Maybe if you had an old website and you want it to redirect to a new website that you built out and a lot of people are still typing in your old website domain, you can redirect them to the new site. That's everything you need to know inside of our Sites tab. I'll see you guys in the next video.